Hello, welcome to another 5-minute drawing tutorial. I thought this week I'd have a look at a very common mistake I see people make when they're drawing three-quarter views of cars, and that's how much they show of the nose of the car, where they position the centre line of the car. So what we often see is something like this, the headlights like this, centre line, maybe not quite that bad, the centre line and a number plate. And the problem is, when I look at this, is that this centre line hasn't been pushed far enough to the back of the car. It all needs to be over here. And there are several reasons for that. So let's have a look at those reasons why. So here we are looking at some cars from a bird's eye view. So this is us doing our drawing. There's our head. And we're looking at the front corner and the far corner of the car and also the centre. And here's our picture plane. And you can see, even on this car, which is completely square like they used to be in the 60s, which you don't really get very often anymore, we can only see half as much of the left-hand side of the car as we can of the right-hand side. So that would end up something like this. We can see half of this distance here is half as big as this distance here. So that's on a flat-fronted car like we used to have. But nowadays, and with sports cars and things, most cars have got quite pointy, curved noses. And that has a very dramatic effect on what we can see. So now if we look at this corner here, that's there, we try to see the other corner at the same point on the other side, it's actually hidden from view. The furthest point we can see is just beyond the centre point. I'll stop touching that. So we can see the centre point is really close to the far edge of the car there. So that would be more like this. So here we've got the centre line and it's almost touching the far side. And the headlight here, we can't see that at all because it's round the far side there. It's hidden by the nose of the car. It is affected slightly by how close you are to the car. So this is quite a close position, so quite a dramatic perspective. If we're further away, much further away here, we do see those distances get closer together. So the left-hand side of the car now is closer to you can see almost as much as you can of the right-hand side, but still smaller. But it's still very dramatic on the curved fronted car. See, we're still very far away from this car, but because of the curved front, we only see a tiny bit of the left-hand side and much more of the right-hand side of the car. The curved front has a bigger effect on what we can see than how close we are to the car. That's important to remember. So let's take a look back at our original sketch and see if we can fix that. So here I've just put a box shaped in so we can see what would happen with a flat front with the centre line. And what we're going to be doing is pushing this centre line forwards and these lines backwards, which will give us a curve. But we've got another curve, not just this direction, we've got another one going across the bonnet, because bonnets, again, are typically not completely flat. So this centre line is also going to come up. So those are all the things we're going to have to bear in mind as we try to redraw our car. We'll get rid of the boxy one. So we'll have a curve on the front, and we can have some headlights. Oops. And the headlight on the other side is probably about there, so it's probably hidden unless there's some fancy grille that allows it to show through a bit. And the centre line might be over there. And the bonnet centre line is pushed up higher. And then our number plate would be over there somewhere. You see the centre line of the screen again is really close to that edge. So that feels better to me. Hope it does to you too. Yeah, so I hope you found that useful. If you did, let me know in the comments below and I'll do another one soon.